What up? Back with another one. I have Ginneti in the background.
What's up? I'm just shaking my head like you can see me.
You can't see. Anyways, now you're reacting to another Dr. Seuss special. This is the Butter Battle book, a book I've only read once, and I had no idea there was a special made until I heard about it as part of Ralph Baskey's work. But anyway, have you heard of the book before?
No. That's you telling me.
Yeah, and I'm going into this. We're both going into the special completely blind. This is one I have not seen. I've only heard of it, but I have not seen it. Apparently, now from what I remember, small from the book was the battle is between people who butter their toast upright and ones who butter their toast underneath.
Oh,
as silly as that sounds, but then again, it's Dr. Seuss.
It is.
He can have the silliest things seem meaningful.
I mean, look at green eggs and ham for crying out loud.
Yeah, without a doubt. All right, let's begin.
Oh, the Turner Network. Oh, that's cool.
Baskey animation. For those of you who don't know, Ralph Baskey, his most memorable works are, let's just say he was one of the grandfathers of adult animation.
Oh, that's cool.
Can you hear anything?
Oh yeah, I can hear it. Don't worry, you do not need to make it louder. I'm good.
There we go. This could have been one of the last, if not the first one after he died.
Oh. What year? Was it 87 or something? When did he?
Maybe Halloween and Grinch Night was not the last one after all.
Okay. Adrian Wall vibes.
This was released during the Cold War, so if it's an anti-war story, it's very reminiscent of that time.
I know, I thought I'd just make a funny
summer,
past history reference.
My grandfather took me out of the wall. For a while we stood silent, and finally he said, with a very sad shake of his very old head,
"As you know, on this side of the wall, we are Ukes. On the far other side of this wall live the Zooks. And the things that you've heard about Zooks are all true. That terribly horrible thing that they do. And in every Zook house and in every Zook town, every Zook eats his bread with the butter, side down. Butter, butter, butter bright. Every morning, noon and night. Spread your bread and spread it right. Pat, pat, smear, smear. Pat, pat, smear, smear. Pat, pat, butter side down. But we Ukes, when we eat, when we breakfast or sup,
You're set up.
we spread our bread right with the butter side up. Because, of course, you remember our bread spreading rule that you learned as a lad back in bread spreading school.
On my honor as a Uke youth, I do solemnly swear to spread up on top here and never down there. On my honor as a Uke youth, I do solemnly swear to spread up on top here and never down there.
That's the true, honest way. And all honest folks know that you can't trust a Zook who spreads bread down below. Every Zook must be watched. He has kinks in his soul. That's why, as a young man,
That would be pretty difficult to do it like that.
It would be.
That would be pretty difficult if you ask me.
With a song in my heart and a spring in my knee, with a glint in my eye and a hop, 2, 3, I strided with pride along that wall, and I watched those Zookers, one and all. And if they got fresh, I just gave them a twitch with my tough, tufted, prickly stickberry switch. For a while, that worked fine. All the Zooks stayed away, and our country was safe. Then, one terrible day, a very rude Zook by the name of Van Itch snuck up and slingshotted my stickberry switch.
Hurrah, side, back side down.
Why, those dirty upside-down butterers. They can't do that to us. Why, I never saw anything so aggressively affrontable. It's worse than that. It's acrimonious.
Those Zooks, they're impossible, and they get impossibler and impossibler and impossibler every day. That's me. They get too big for their britches.
These subtitles
They're
cannot
broken off switch.
keep
With
up
my
with the
head
Seussisms, I
unshaved.
swear.
I
To the
can.
chief Yugaru in great
There are
sorrow
times when
I
you wish
came.
the speed titles would be.
Yeah. They cannot translate
But
the
Alita just
Seussisms, I
smiled.
swear.
He said, "Dear boy."
Impossibler,
You're
impossibler.
not to blame. You simply have suffered a minor defeat, 'cause your Snickberry switch is a bit obsolete. Their slingshot's more modern. What we need to get is a weapon that's even more moderner yet. So I've ordered the boys in the back room to figure how to build you some such super-booper sling jigger.
I like how interesting the vehicles always turn out to be.
What'd you say?
I always find it so interesting how the vehicles turn out in these Dr. Seuss things.
How what turned out?
The vehicles and all that turn out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always nonsensical. I love it.
Yeah. It's always bizarro.
I love it. Oh, that's the greatest name. That's cute.
I marched to the wall with my triple sling jigger. I marched to the wall with great vim and great vigor. Right up to Van Itch with my hand on the trigger. I'll have no more nonsense, I said with a frown. From Zooks who eat bread with the butter side down. Van Itch looked quite sickly. He ran off quite quickly. I'm unhappy to say he came back the next day.
Shoot if you must with your triple sling jigger. But I also now have my hand on a trigger. My defensive weapon, the Jigger Rock Snatch'em. We'll fling 'em right back just as fast as we catch 'em. We'll take no more nonsense. We'll take no more gup from you ukes who eat bread with the butter side up.
Stymied. Thwarted. Mission aborted.
You're gonna give up that easily?
Yeah.
I have failed, sir, I sobbed as I made my report to the Chief Yugaru in the headquarters fort.
Not at all, my dear boy. You did fine, my dear boy. But a slingshot, dear me, is an old-fashioned toy. All we need is a more modern kind of a gun. My boys in the back room have already begun to think up a walloping whiz-zinger of one.
Listen, we'll show 'em.
Yeah, this is very Cold War era.
Definitely.
They thought up a great one. They certainly did. They thought up a gun called the Kickapoo Kid, which they loaded with powerful poo-a-doo powder and axe eggs and bees' legs and dried fried clam chowder. And they
Ew.
carefully trained a real
I
smart
actually would
dog
try
named
that.
Daniel to serve as our country's first gun-toting spaniel. Then Daniel, the Kickapoo Spaniel, and I marched back toward the wall with our heads held up high.
It's time that we bop them.
Those monsters that dwell
On the other side of the wall.
They're fluky and freaky.
They're cookie and sneaky. They're rude and they're crude.
They're frightfully lewd.
On the other side of the wall.
It's time that we bashed them.
Like, do you hear that?
They're ugly, unnatural.
They're weird, they're suspicious.
Obnoxious, atrocious.
They're rotten, malicious.
They're gauche and ferocious.
Repugnant, repulsive they are.
They're nutty. None of them, huh?
All the things that they do.
What those bolts they think?
I never met
What
one.
I hear today stink.
On the other side, that other side of the wall.
Discount Seuss Savages.
Ready?
Ready?
Aim.
The boys in my back room have rendered it neuter with this 8-nozzled
Yeah.
elephant-toted boom blitz. It shoots high explosive sour cherry stone pits and will put your dumb Kickapoo Kid on the fritz.
Poor Daniel and I were scared out of our wits.
You know when I said, Discount Savages?
Yeah, I get it.
The Disney song.
Once again by the Zooks,
I know, the
I
poor
was
doggy.
bested and beat.
Oh, I already thought the dog was gonna have that jet and up snare, but never mind.
Once again, I limped home from the wall in defeat. I was losing my gumption, losing my will, when the right side up song girls marched over the hill.
Never give up, never tremble or flutter. Never sag, never drag, never stumble or stutter. Believe in yourself and the bread that you butter. Have faith in your butter. Be steadfast and true. Remember all you've done depends on you.
Definitely more song heavy than the last.
It is.
Forget what has happened, my boy. Oh, you
Do
voted
you like
to
the
make
more
you a
musical
general.
Suses, or do you like the more?
You've been promoted.
Huh?
You're
Do you like the more
pretty,
musical
uniform's ready.
Suses, or do you like the
Get
more
in it.
story-driven
Next
ones?
time when you go out to battle, you.
I don't think I can exactly pick. I'm just saying that there's a
Oh.
lot more. There's definitely a lot more songs in this one.
I'm just saying, I'm just trying to start conflict.
To clobber those
Yeah.
Zooks in their land of bad butter, we have builded a thing.
In fact, they're probably better than the last one. There's
It is.
It's a plane that's so
I don't know.
modern,
This feels like there's more
frightfully
care in this
new.
one than the last one.
We don't quite
Yeah.
know all the things it can do, but the main
apparently the
thing
last
is
one was more of a
just to
passion
sprinkle
project
blue
rather
goo all
than.
over the
And
Zooks.
passion projects can be appreciated, but some are not always.
The best of
Best.
the other things.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh dang.
is he got a malfunction there?
Oh, what's it?
feel like they definitely were using a lot of assets for sound buys.
No. Now they're on the same level.
Yeah. How do you like my plane? Forget it, old fellow. You're stymied again.
No, you're not.
What is it that they did different?
Buster, that was a pretty sour flight that you flew. And the chief Yugaroo? Well, he's looking for you.
All I remember from the book is the concept, really,
Yeah.
and what the storyline is, but... Alright, here we go. Wonder what's next. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm. Not good news, that's for sure.
Yep, these iconic Seuss staircases. I've seen these in a lot of books.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of books. That's definitely symbolic how he probably feels.
I like how the staircase reminisces those crazy art paintings with the stairs. How it's always a reference.
Yeah. Hello, what's this? Is this a stand-in for mustard gas or something?
I don't know.
Were they still using mustard gas in the
I think-
80s?
Who knows?
Who knows? I don't think it's referencing anything specific, to be honest.
Make the world's most mighty weapon. You take a mess of Mookaroo and you twaddle it. And you waddle it a bit.
It's nukes.
That's
It has to
what
be.
You do.
You think it'd be good? It's gonna be a monster scenario.
Now this
That's just me.
unstable substance, dug from deep beneath the land, contains primeval powers that we scarcely understand. And when it starts to blip and bubble, you compress it in the scrubs. That precipitates the plugins and activates the glocks. And then you squeeze it till it's squizzing, then you squeeze it even tighter. Cause the tighter that it's squizzing makes its mighty might more mighter. And it's just a bloody miracle you've got when you are through. You got a little itsy big boy, Boomeroo. That lovely throbbing, clobbing gumdrop that you're holding in your hand will blow those blasted Zoops away to Never, Never Land.
You just run to the wall like a nice little man. Drop this bomb
Yes.
on the Zooks just as fast as you can. I have ordered all Ukes.
Yeah,
stay
that's a
safe
stand-in for a
underground,
Mm-hmm.
while the
100%.
little big boy Boomeroo is
That last song, I don't know why, but I was jamming to that.
Oh.
I don't know why? Maybe because it's a little different, you know?
Mm.
I mean, songs haven't been terrible. It's just that, you know, they're just different.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. They're going to the shelter.
Yep.
Oh no.
That's when Grandfather found me. He grabbed me. He said,
You should be down that hole, and you're up here instead.
Uh-oh.
But perhaps this is all for the better somehow. You will see me make history, right here and right now. You will see your old Gramp put an end to them all. Put an end to all those Zooks who live over the wall. Put an end to every last village and town of those fiends who eat bread with the butter side down.
And I, my dear chap, have a message for you. Namely, I also have a big boy boomaroo. And it's
Oh,
my
no.
firm intention, since I have the means, to blast every uke into small smithereens.
Grandpa, be careful. Hey, easy. Oh, gee. Who's gonna drop it? Will you or will he?
Why? Be patient. We'll see. We'll see.
So current.
Oh,
So kind of left on maybe.
oh, okay. Is there supposed to be a part 2? Or is that
No, I think they intended it for that.
Okay, I thought
Because
so.
it's talking about war, like who's gonna go first.
Okay, I thought so, but
Yeah, so thoughts?
it was definitely interesting. I feel like they should have instead of ending it there, which I can understand why, but I feel like it could be helpful for kids. Trying to understand, I guess, following a consequence of either A or B instead of just ending it there would have been better to show, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can understand with bigger kids, but this wasn't for big kids. You can tell this is for younger. Yeah. I just feel like it would sink in a little bit better.
Yeah. Yeah, so I will say I hadn't seen this before, but honestly, it's actually turned out it actually it was pretty good. That's saying I barely remember the book at all, but yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a good message here. This is probably one of the better anti-war things out there.
It is, it's not cringy.
Better out there because they actually did something that's so silly, but yet made it so meaningful. And this is obviously a Cold War era type of deal. Deal like that final weapon, that little tiny little weapon. Yeah, I picked up right away that that's a reference to nukes. There's a lot more songs in this one than the last. But yeah, probably my favorite one was when they're making that weapon. That one was actually that. I mean, the vocals you could say are like but got a good beat and really. The rest weren't bad. They're just just very reminiscent, of what Seuss does. And to think that Ralph Bakshi actually did this one, it's, I will say, well, not all. I don't know too much about him. I haven't seen all of them, all of his original works, but yeah, I'd say so. 1 out of 5. What would you give this one?
I give it probably a 7. It's I don't know. It's not what I cry like Grinch Stole Christmas, but I think it's definitely better than the Halloween one.
Yeah, I'll definitely agree there. Agree that you would give it a 7 out of 10, and not. I said 1 out of 5 though.
Oh, you gave it. I didn't catch that part. Sorry, my brain somehow didn't
Yes.
the 10 metric system.
Yeah.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
I guess my point still gets across, I guess.
Yeah, so would you say would that be like say a 5 out of 5 or 4 out of 5? Would you say in that
I feel like that's more like a 3.5.
3.5? I'd say I kind of agree with you there. This definitely has a lot of care put into it,
Yeah.
much more than the 70s. But then again, the 70s were not exactly the best in terms of animation quality.
True, but they still were able times to make good quality animations from back in the day too.
Yeah,
There's extent where you can see from the old one there was definitely cutting corners. Like there were times too you could tell there was reused assets, and one was especially with the foot walking scene, but it's not enough to be like you definitely can notice it unless you're trying to look out for it for the most part.
yeah.
But with the Halloween special, it's like you can see what's reused constantly. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, but then again, so yeah, this was a pretty enjoyable one. So, and personally, I think the ending is kind of brilliant. Like it's not like it's just, but I think showing the consequences maybe.
I can understand that for like bigger kids, like maybe, but I feel like for little kids, like it may be too much for them not to grasp. Like maybe that's what they wanted, but if they also wanted to give a lesson as to war, I feel like if you wanted to leave it like there should have been more suspense. I feel like that got cut too short. I feel like I don't know.
It's sort of like, I guess you could say it's like that Zach story, or is that what it's called, the Zacks, where basically one goes north, one goes south,
Yeah.
but yet they can't pass each other, so the world grows around them. Remember that story?
Vaguely, but yeah.
Yeah, and essentially that's just, at least there it's kind of conclusive. Like they just stood there, while everything changed around them. All right, we will catch you the next one.